Hello and welcome to MidKent College. Thank you for signing up for this webinar and joining us today to find out more about electrical installation. My name is Karen and I'm going to be your host for the next 30 minutes or so. This is Colin, one of our electrical installation lecturers, who's going to be shortly going through more about the subject area you're here to find out more about. Now, visitors to our normal open days really value the chance to have a look around the college and speak to our tutors. Unfortunately, obviously we can't walk around the college at the moment due to COVID-19, but we do have 360-degree photos available on our website, so please check them out. Just some general housekeeping to start us off. If you do have any questions at all, please pop them in the live chat to the right-hand side of your screen, and my colleagues Sue and Hayley are there to answer any queries, and Collins are here as well to answer any questions that you might have. If we don't have the opportunity to answer your question, please don't worry, we'll pick this up via email for you after the session. Just to get us started, there's a little tab called polls in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Please can you just let us know if you've already applied for electrical installation or whether you're here just to find out some more information about the programme. So I'd like to start today's session by introducing our principal, Simon Cook, in this short welcome video.
Hello there, I'm Simon and I'm the principal of MidKent College. It's great to be able to talk to you, and I so wish I would be able to talk to you in person, but virtually, hopefully your opportunity to get to know a little bit more about the college will help you with your decisions that you need to make. So over the next 30 minutes in this virtual open event, you're going to have an opportunity to meet one of the tutors from your chosen subject area. Really make the most of that time to find out what it means for you. Ask some questions. No question is a silly question. Please ask whatever question you've got. Take some notes, but make sure that you've got the info that you really need to make that decision about what you want to do in September. And if you're really not sure what you want to do, then you're not the only person. There are lots of people every year that we see. It won't be any different the current year under these current circumstances who really don't know what they want to do. There might be even some of you who are thinking you really don't know what to do because you see what's going on in the world and you're not quite sure what job prospects there may be. By the time you finish your programme, the world will be a different place again, and there will be many more opportunities then that may not exist now. So talk to our staff about it. And also don't be frightened if you don't know what you want to do. Have a look at some of our other sessions. Come into other sessions and see. What's really important, and one thing I say to everybody who comes into the college, you must feel comfortable with the people that you're going to be sharing your next few months and years with. And I want you to feel comfortable that you're going to be able to flourish and thrive as a person, not just study a qualification, but flourish and thrive as a person with those people you talk to. So if you don't get any of the answers that you think you need in the virtual session, we've got a brilliant team on our course inquiries, and we've got a brilliant team in our careers office who will help you navigate the language, what options there are, and for you, what's the right thing to do, which is a question we often get asked every year. I hope you enjoy your session, and I really, really hope that I get to see you very, very soon at the college, and we look forward to welcoming you with us in September, if not in person, virtually, that's for sure. Good luck.
So as Simon said, if you do have any questions, please pop them in the live chat to the right-hand side. No question is a silly question. So I'm going to join Colin, who is one of our electrical installation lecturers. Colin, can you hear me, please?
Yep, I can hear you.
Thank you. I'm just going to add your PowerPoint in now.
Okay. Quite strange this, not being able to speak to you, but I'll do my best. I usually like to gauge a bit more body language and I get to see from behind the screen. But I'm here for building services. We do electrical installation. We also do plumbing, but we're just doing electrical installation at the precise moment in time. All right. Now, we have part-time and full-time courses. Our part-time courses are aimed for our students between the ages of 16 and 19. And then our part-time evening courses are for people working in the industry already who want to gain those qualifications. So they're our part-time courses that are done 2 evenings a week. All right. So what we're going to focus more on is our full-time courses for 16 to 18-year-olds. Okay, so we have our level 1 course. Okay, this is a 1-year course that is basically an introduction into electrical installation. So if you're not quite sure if you really want to do it, okay, you can have a basic introduction. It covers multiple areas that you could find in any of the construction courses. So we'll cover stuff like health and safety, the structure of the construction industries. This is who's in there, what the different trades are, and everything else. We do environmental and sustainable measures. So we look at how we can improve the environment, how we can save water, save electricity, and then we go on to our actual practical elements, which is units 4, 5, and 6 on there. These are all practical elements. So these are stuff on hand tools, how to install our wires and our lighting points and our sockets, and fabrication, which is our unit 6. This is all our containment. This is what we class as first fix in the industry. So before anything gets connected and powered up, we've got to put in the containment systems to hold all the wires. So unit 6 is all about containment systems and all the metalwork. Okay, unit 7 is all the electrical science. It is heavily maths based. Okay, electrical industry is heavily maths based. So there's going to be a lot of maths all the way through. You're going to get a lot of maths. You ain't going to avoid that, unfortunately. All right, but we will teach you step by step on how to actually calculate and break everything down to make it nice and easy for you. Okay, and we'll start with the basics on level 1. Okay, and then as we progress through the different levels onto level 2 and level 3, it gets harder and harder as we go. All right, but each time it is broken down and explained, so it helps you to work out how to do it and how to calculate it in a way that helps you to remember it. And we'll do plenty of practices, and we relate it to actual industry experience. So all of us who's on the electrical team are fully qualified electricians first. Okay, we all come from the industry. We've all been out there on the tools in the freezing cold mornings with no windows in the building installing this. All right, so this is our level 1 provision. It's done over 1 year and it has 7 units. All right, if we have a look at that, some of you, if your grades are high enough, especially if you've got GCSE English and Maths over a grade 4 and above, okay, you can come straight onto our level 2 program. Okay, now this is a diploma in electrical installation. It has some of the same topics from the level 1, and it just builds on that and is a lot more in depth. All right, again, we still have to do health and safety. Everyone has to do health and safety. We have to make sure you're safe. All right, then we go on to the principles of electrical science. Again, this is your heavy maths-based unit. Okay, and this would be your first unit when you come into college. So starting in September, the first unit we would actually deliver on the 2365 diploma will be principles of electrical science. Okay, and we put you straight into maths, unfortunately. All right, but we do it in such a way so that we build all the way through. From there, we've got unit 4 on there, which is installation of wiring systems and enclosures. Just like on the level 1, it's based in 1 unit, where the level 1's spread across 3 units. Okay, so we're going to look at the enclosures, which is our containment that holds the wiring up, and then that takes you into your wiring, where we demonstrate and show you exactly how to wire one-way lighting, two-way lighting, power circuits, radial circuits, how to wire up heaters. Okay, so that's all involved in that unit 4. Unit 5 is all about communication, how we communicate on site with the other trades. We have to develop a relationship with those other trades to get a construction site done and a job done, and that's part of that. All right, again, this is a 1-year program, and it has both theory and practical exams. Now, the good thing with these, the 2365 for diploma, And the level 1 course is once you complete a unit, you will sit the exam. Yeah, so it's modular based. All right. Moving on to there, we have our level 3. Oh, I think I've gone too far over. There it is. Level 3 qualification. Okay. Now this one changes ever so slightly. This becomes our 8202. And it's your advanced technical diploma. It's actually our tech cert, right? And it's a 1-year program designed over a year, but this time it moves away from the installation side, okay, and it moves into the design, the testing, and the fault finding. Yeah. So what it is how do we design the electrical systems we're installing, right? Then to level 2 was all the installation side. And then level 3 is how do we test the system afterwards to make sure it's safe, and how we rectify and fault find any problems in that system. So this is what this course is going to cover. All right. Now the exam structure changes slightly on the 8202. Okay. Whereas before it was modular based and you do an exam at the end of every unit. On the 8202, we do an exam at the end of the year. Okay, and it's just like a GCSE exam in one sense. So you learn all the subject material during the year, and then you sit an exam at the end of the year. There is also a multi-stage practical exam, which is called a synoptic, and that is based up of 3 or 4 different assessments, all in one practical assessment, and that turns into your practical exam. So you physically have to sit there and fault find in a practical setting. All right. We've got 7 units. Okay, 7 units. Unit 1 is planning and overseeing the work. So this is how the start of how we carry out any work. All right. So we plan the job. We look at all the different areas, what sort of system we need, what supply voltage we're going to have, and everything else. And then from there, we will end up designing all our circuits and doing cable calculations. That's in Unit 3. Okay, we then go on to how we test the system into Unit 4. All right, Unit 5. And then Unit 6 is fault finding. So if there's a problem with the system and it's not working, or it's not giving us the right results, yeah, Section 6 is how we fault find, diagnose it, find out what the fault is, and how we rectify that. Okay, and Unit 7 is one of the big ones for electrical, is our 18th edition. So we go through the basics of what the 18th edition is. That is an exam that you take later on after these. It's a short course on regulations, and it is one of the courses you need to be an electrician. Okay, so if I just go on to my next slide here. So once you complete your level 2, level 3, you can apply for an apprenticeship in electrical installation, right? And this will help you gain your MVQ level 3. So to become a qualified electrician, you must have your level 2 qualification, your level 3 qualification, an MVQ level 3, and then you have to go and do one of these short courses, which is the 18th edition. This will give you your gold card. All right. Your MVQ is attached to your apprenticeship. So if any of you get an apprenticeship in electrical, your MVQ is already attached. You will also complete your level 2, level 3. All right. But by doing it at college, while you're trying to find an apprenticeship, it takes time off your apprenticeship. Yeah, so those units don't have to be repeated. All right. There's also a load of different short courses in the industries that you can do, which has got CCTV in it, security systems, alarm systems, fire alarm. These are all short industry courses that help you build upon your knowledge. Okay, as you can see down here as well, we've got a few pictures of the guys working in our workshops. Okay, and we have a whole workshop specially designed for electrical installation on our 3rd floor. All right, which can hold probably up to about 20 to 30 students, if at all, when we're fully operational. But I've also shown you here what the average age rate of pay is. So when you qualify for a level 2, yeah, once you get that qualification, you can actually go and work as an electrician's mate labourer. Okay, when you go up to your level 3, you can work as an improver. Now, a mate's wage is about £11 an hour. An improver's wage, which is the extra qualification with level 3 qualification, puts you on to about £14 to £15 an hour. And when you're fully qualified, once you get your NVQ and your 18th edition, that gives you your gold skill card to say you're an electrician. Okay, you can start earning wages of £21 an hour and above. Okay, so I think that's me done. If there's any questions, I'll be glad to help.
Thank you very much, Colin. Guys, if you do have any questions at all from Colin's slides, please pop them in the live chat, as we mentioned. I've got a couple of questions, Colin, if that's okay.
Okay.
Can you tell us, you mentioned maths, can you tell us a little bit about how English might be incorporated into your lessons,
Yeah.
please?
English is incorporated. There's a lot of terminology. Okay, and whereas the level 1 and the level 2 programs, a lot of it's multiple choice questioning. Right, the level 3 program is written, so you've got to understand and know the correct terminology. And whereas our regs book is quite huge, which is what you'll go through on the level 3, it's that terminology and using that terminology efficiently. You've got to be able to use that terminology out in the field as well. And this is where English becomes so important, is getting that terminology right. Because if you get it wrong, it could mean something totally different in the field.
Well, that's not what we want.
All right. So we want to make sure we're calling the products by their correct names, installing as per what our regulation states. And some of the terminology they use in that regs book is quite, should I say, optimistic. All right, so it's about understanding exactly what it's asking you to complete. All right, so this is where that English qualification comes into play a bit more.
Thank you very much. You briefly mentioned about your lecturers, your team's industry experience. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and why that's beneficial to our students?
Okay, so all of us are fully qualified electricians to start with. So we've been out there on the tools working 12, 14-hour shifts. All right, it just means that we can relate what you're learning in the classroom to what actually happens out on the construction site. The other thing you want to bear in mind is when you're doing electrical installation, unlike some of the other construction courses, is we are not just teaching you to work in a house. Okay, so you've got domestic, which is people's homes and everything else. All right, whereas the electrical qualification you learn covers all 3 sectors. So you've got to do domestic, commercial, and industrial. So that could be anywhere from someone's house down the road to a full-blown power station. Yeah, and it covers everything in between. So it could be caravan parks, it could be holiday rentals, it could cover schools, offices, and shops. Yeah,
it's quite a diverse range.
Yeah, it's not just one sector, so it's not just a house. We cover everything. So we need that range of experience in our lecturers to be able to cover that experience, that range of tasks, should I say, and we can relate what we're doing in the workshop and in our classrooms directly to what we're doing in the industry and what you would be doing on site on a Monday morning.
Perfect. Thank you, Colin. I've got a question from our live chat, if that's okay. Can you tell us a little bit about the work experience side of the programme? Have you got any students that are, where have they gone to, what employers?
Yeah, so work experience is one of the most important things as well on our programmes. So depending on what level you are will depend on how many hours you've got. For an example, our level 1 program, you would have to complete a level 1, 100 hours on our level 1 program. So that is something you would be expected. So we want you to contact employers and get that work experience yourself. Yeah. Also, because it's a practical element, everything you're doing, okay, everything you're doing on a lesson and in the workshop, yeah, you're gaining that experience out in the real life world as well. So you can see what we're doing in the workshop matches what we're doing in real life. So when we're asking you to do a one-way circuit in the workshop, all right, yes, it might be on a board which is 2 meters long, all right, but the principle is exactly the same from whether you're doing it on that board to whether you're doing it in a house with 100 meters of cable. Yeah, the principle is the same. So what we want you to do is, when you're doing this work experience, you're actually practicing what we're trying to teach you in the workshop. And you will learn more in 3 months on a construction site than you would do in a year doing it in the workshop. That's why the work experience side of it is so important.
Cool. I hope that helps, Karen. Obviously, if there's any other questions about work experience, please pop it in the chat and I'll ask Colin. Next question, Colin, that we've had through. Is it possible to go straight into a level 3 from school with just your GCSEs, or do you need to complete the level 2 first?
Right. It is possible, because a level 3 is its own standalone qualification, right? But we would absolutely advise against it, because on the level 2 you learn the installation side. Yeah, so you learn the theory behind installation, you learn the maths behind the installation. On the level 3 they won't teach you that side of it. Yeah, and if you don't have that knowledge, it hinders you on the level 3, because you won't have the install side. They'll just be talking about how the design side works, and you can't do the design side without having the basic knowledge from the level 2 qualification. So what we would advise, and what we do at mid colleges, we wouldn't actually now stick anybody on that level 3 program who hasn't completed a level 2, because it's unfair for them. They don't have the correct knowledge that they would need to achieve the course.
Perfect. So essentially a level 2 is a bit like a foundation year in order to go up to the level 3.
Yeah, you would have to complete the level 2 first, so you got the building blocks to go to level 3.
Perfect. Thank you very much. If anyone else has any questions, I'm going to move on to talk about general college life in a second, but please keep popping them in the live chat and I'll feed back into Colin to come back to you. I'm just going to mute you now, Colin. So to share a little bit more about college in general, our electrical installation programs are offered at both our Medway and our Maidstone campuses. Our Medway one is in Gillingham and our Maidstone one is on the Oakwood Park campus along the Tunbridge Road. Both are multi-million-pound facilities with workshops, salons, refectories, coffee shops, libraries, literally everything you're going to need to be a student at MidKent College. Both campuses have bus stops right outside, so that's really easy to get to college, and there's also train stations within a 10 to 15-minute walk of both campuses. Our Maidstone campus does offer some parking for students through permits, but unfortunately we're not able to offer that at our Medway campus necessarily, just due to the size of the campus. There's much more information on how to reach our colleges on our website under the About Us tab. Now, Colin mentioned about our study programs, so they're made up of 4 parts. In this case, your electrical installation would be the technical and professional qualification part of this pie chart. You'll also complete personal development sessions, so this could be anything from mental health right through to doing a work-ready interview. You'll also top up your English and maths if needed, so you could be doing functional skills, your GCSEs, or stretch and challenge. And then, as Colin mentioned, you'll be doing an industry placement as well to put those skills you've learned into college into the workplace. So this is for our full-time programs. Our part-time programs are slightly different. So we do offer apprenticeships in electrical installation. You can find out more under the Apprenticeship tab on the website. We are running a specific apprenticeship webinar on Friday, so please find out more information about that on our website and register as well. So some common FAQs that we have through our course inquiries team. How many days per week will I be in college? This is generally 3 to 3.5 days per week in college as a full-time student. And this would then be topped up outside of college in your industry placement. It might be slightly different this year just due to social distancing. That might be a slightly different timetable, but we'll keep you in the loop. Colin did mention how many students can be in a normal workshop, but again, we're going to have to comply with social distancing rules from September for our students. But again, we'll let you know the rules and procedures around that. Can I study more than one subject? It's unlike at school, you can pick and mix lots of different A levels. At college, you'll choose one technical and professional program, in this case, electrical installation, and you'll study that alongside your English and maths, your industry placement, and your PPT sessions. You can't do lots of different subjects in that case. Can I go to university? Yes, some of our students do go on to university. If that's not for you, that's absolutely fine. And our tutors, as Colin mentioned, have a lot of industry and network links, so they can help you find the right employment for you. We want you to be on the right program at the right level, so please talk to us about your goal aims as well. Colin went through what the different levels mean. So a level 2 is effectively equivalent to a GCSE, and a level 3 is roughly equivalent to an A level. But as he mentioned, for electrical installation, we do advise that you start on that level 2 just to get the foundation knowledge that you're going to need. How much does a program cost? So they're fully funded for 16 to 18-year-olds, so it's free for you. For those that are 19 plus, you do have to pay fees, but concessions are available. We do have bursaries available for all age groups, because electrical installation students do have to wear uniform, if that's correct, Colin. You do have to wear a polo top. So if you need financial support for that, we can help you. And for any kit as well that you're going to need or get into college, we can help you with a bus pass. Is there a deadline to apply? Our applications have been open since last November. They do fill up, so we do advise that you apply as soon as possible. We will accept applications into the first few weeks of September, however. If our programs do become full, you'll be popped in the waiting list, and if a place becomes available, you will be contacted to be let know. So life at college, there's so much more to college than just your study program. There's a lot you can get involved in, from pantomimes through to fundraising, to freshers fairs, to careers fairs. There's always something going on as well. Some of the bigger events, such as the freshers fair, might look slightly different in September for you just due to social distancing, but there's a lot of different groups and gigs and things that you can get involved in. We do have a student engagement team as well, who are always up for different ideas and different suggestions if there's something you want to see or do. Now, our tutors, like Colin, are really, really supportive of you at your transition into college, as we appreciate that's a bit of a scary time during your time at college and through to your next step. But there's lots of support available to you at college. We have a financial support team available. We've got student welfare if there's just someone you want to talk to. We also have counsellors as well, the trained counsellors on site. We have in-class support as well and exam support. So if there's something specific that you need, please talk to us in advance in your application, or talk to Colin and the other lecturers about any help that you may need. On the right-hand side under the handout tab, I've popped some handouts for you, and one of them is about student finance, and then there's FAQs as well, and how to apply, just to find out some more information. We do have a really good careers advisors on site as well. So obviously Colin will be able to help you with as many different queries and getting you networked and as many businesses as he knows as well. But we do have careers advisors if you want to talk through your options with regards to other trades, or even a completely different option entirely. You can find out more from them under the help and advice tab on the website. And we are running other webinars about student welfare and careers at the end of the week. So what's next? If you haven't already applied, please search and apply online on our website, www.midkent.ac.uk, and please use your predicted grades. If you've already applied, that's brilliant. We're looking forward to hearing and seeing you soon. We do have other webinars, as I mentioned, particularly about apprenticeships, which might be relevant to you, which are happening on Friday. So please find out more on our website about these. If you do need any help at all, please get in contact with us. Our tutors are always happy to answer any queries that you may have. We also have a really great course inquiries team as well, who can be contacted on 01634 40 20 20, or you can live chat with them on our website. No question is a silly question, so please do get in contact if you have anything you need at all. You can also email them as well to the below email address. You will receive a copy of this webinar via email in about half an hour's time after we finish. If you want to watch it again, go back through Colin's slides if you need to, or if there's anyone else that you know that's interested in electrical installation, please do share it with them. Thank you for your time today, and thank you to Colin for your time for sharing more information about electrical. We look forward to seeing you all again in person soon. Thank you very much, everyone.